I've got a treat for you guys today. I just came across the first spy shots of the 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 5, which is most likely going to be a mid-cycle refresh for the car. So if you want to check out the pictures with me, stay tuned. Are you a new or existing owner of a Hyundai Ioniq 5? Then check out my store because I got a bunch of cool new stuff to show you. So obviously you got the OG magnetic eyewear holder, but I've also got a new magnet shaped like the Ioniq 5 wheel. Do you like big 40-ounce water bottles or tiny little cans? Well, I've got both. This one shrinks your cup holder, while this one enlarges it. I've also got some for the rear seat. I've also got a keychain that resembles the charging indicator in the charge port, and if you don't even want to see this charge port indicator when you're charging at night, you can go ahead and cover it up with this little guy. These LEDs flash very bright at night, so you might not want people coming over and looking at them, and when you're done, thanks to these two little nubs, you can go ahead and store it right in your charge port. I design and 3D print these all myself, and every single sale goes towards the channel and helping me grow it a little bit more. So you can purchase any of these products from the links in the descriptions. If you're international, please use my Etsy store. If you're in the US, you can go to my website, ioniqguy.com. You can also purchase them right here without leaving YouTube from the store on my channel page. And if you have any custom requests, shoot me a message because I'm always open to trying something new. So I appreciate you checking them out, and I hope you like them. Hey everybody, it's the Ioniq Guy. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be taking a look at some spy photos of the upcoming 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 5, which is probably about a year and a couple months out, but we should be finding out more details about it next summer. But until then, we've got these spy photos to look at. Now the car is pretty heavily camouflaged, so there's a lot of stuff we can't see, but there's some things in here that we can see that do lead me to believe that there is some body work changing here with the Ioniq 5. So these photos come courtesy of motor.es. So let's start with the back end of the car. Now in comparing this to the 2023 and upcoming 2024 Ioniq 5s, you can see these holes down below. Now what we can kind of tell from this photo is that it looks like it's a slightly different color. It's not as bright of a silver trim as we see on the 2023s. And you can also tell from the lower right sensor there, the corner of that rear diffuser is a little bit more rounded, a little softer versus the more sharper edges of the 2023 Ioniq 5. So based on this photo, I think we're getting a whole new rear diffuser on the car. Now when looking at the middle section of the back of the car, you can still see that V shape that we have on the 2023, so that's not going to change. The lighting looks pretty much the same. It's all the same pixelated look. Now, what's interesting is there is a big, long protrusion along the bottom of the back window. Maybe what they're trying to do here is to hide the rear wiper that could be there underneath the camouflage. Total speculation, but there could be a rear wiper hiding underneath that protrusion. Now, in taking a look of this test mule from dead front on, we are seeing a difference here. So on 2022 through 2024 Hyundai Ioniq 5s, the front parking sensors are in a straight line across the bumper. And from this photo, it does look like they do kind of droop down towards the wheels. So the front end does look like it is getting a little bit of a tweak, a nip and a tuck. The trapezoidal front diffuser looks like it's pretty much staying the same. It's kind of hard to tell if anything is changing there. Now it does look like the center of that air intake on the front end of the car is kind of V-shaped, whereas in the 2022 and 2023, it's just a straight up and down little strip there. So it looks like that might be changing as well. The headlights look more or less the same. They have the same LED square around the perimeter of them. It's interesting to see that on this test car, the wheels are identical to the Hyundai Ioniq 5 limited all-wheel drive here in the US. Maybe they're not changing wheels for this mid-cycle refresh, or maybe they're just not ready yet, but usually you see new wheels with mid-cycle refreshes, so I'm kind of surprised there. Now, when looking at the car from the passenger front corner, you'll see there's a strip of chrome running all along the A-pillar from the bottom of the windshield to the top of the windshield. Now, that is not a style cue that has been on any Ioniq 5 before, so not sure why they're going with this little chrome strip. Not sure what that chrome piece is there for. There's not really any other chrome on the car, so kind of interesting, but the light can be deceiving. Maybe it's just a yet-to-be-painted piece of trim. Who really knows? So from this angle too, you'll also notice with those ultrasonic sensors that they are not embedded within a silver piece of plastic trim. If you look at the 2023, all the front ultrasonic sensors are located within that plastic silver trim. Now from this section, it looks like it's just placed inside the regular color painted section of the bumper. So I think that definitely confirms that they are changing the front bumper quite a bit. So you can kind of see into the cabin from this angle, but you can't really make anything out. The people's faces are blurred and you can't really see much of the dashboard, so that's a little unfortunate. The charge port location is definitely not changing. You can see the flap on the passenger rear corner, so that is not moving. But from these photos, that's pretty much all I can make out. I will leave a link to this website in the description. You can take a look at the photos in higher resolution. Let me know if you spot anything that I missed. But besides that, we can only hope that for the 2025 model year, maybe they will implement some changes to the powertrain, to the interior. Maybe we'll see them start implementing lithium iron phosphate batteries. Maybe we'll start seeing them put in silicon carbide electronics, which are more efficient, which could lead to extended range with the car. Maybe they'll put in a bigger battery. Maybe they'll put in a smaller battery. Who really knows? Maybe they'll use a more energy-dense battery that can take up the same amount of volume as this 77.4 kilowatt-hour battery pack in our cars. So we know the Ioniq 5N is going to have a slightly bigger battery pack versus the normal Hyundai Ioniq 5, so maybe they'll be doing the same with the normal Ioniq 5 in 2025. But anyway, guys, that's about it. I just wanted to share these photos with you real quick. So if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.